This stock is experiencing one of the craziest pump in recent history. It has rallied over 26,000%. That's 26x in just a few months. This overshadows the GameStop rally by a lot. And I'm trying to make sense of it. In this video, we're going to go over some technicals, trying to make sense of what's going on. This is being described as the first silent short squeeze in history. So we're going to take a look at that. And we're going to try to see how high can it possibly go. Because as of right now, every time it looks like it might crash, it just keeps going up and up and up. And I noticed something in the 45-minute chart that I'm going to go over that will give you a good idea of like how high it can possibly keep going up and when this insane rally might be over. So stay tuned, watch till the very end, and please do me a favor, give this video a like. Let's try to get this video to 100 likes and subscribe to this channel for interesting stock information. So first, we have to take a look at the short volume. If you go to this website, fintel.io, they have the off-exchange short volume at 53%, which seems incredibly high. And some other research I've been doing, mainly on Grok, says that the public float is 38,000 shares, which is a very tiny amount compared to how many volumes are being traded. So the stock is very illiquid. So the price movement currently is very sensitive, causing the stock to just keep rallying up and up and up. And why is this called a silent squeeze? Because usually when we have a squeeze like this, there's a lot of media coverage. If a stock has gone up, let's go back to the daily. From this point, if the stock had just traded up, like say 250% and stayed there, it didn't shoot right back down, there would be a lot of media coverage. You would see it all over CNBC, like other YouTubers even making videos about the stock, like talking about, okay, what is going on? Everyone trying to figure out like what's causing this rally, but there's zero media coverage. And the stock has rallied an amazing 26,000%. So that's 26x. For example, if you had $1,000 at this price point, that would be worth about $26,000 right now. So that's an incredible rally without any media coverage. And another thing is like, if you look at the RSI has been like in oversold territory this whole time. Like here, it was like extremely, so this is like nothing about this rally kind of makes sense on the technical, but we will get to where I think the price could potentially go if it keeps going at this rate. So here you see the RSI was like insanely oversold. It came back down a little, but it didn't affect the downtrend of the stock. Like usually when we see this, the stock will start to like, sell off and it'll go into oversold territory over time. But we're not seeing that with this stock. It just keeps rallying up and up and up. It seems like there's no end in sight. And if it starts getting media coverage, that would be a different story. One thing I noticed throughout this insane rally, so let's draw a line, say like right here, right before this massive volume came in. So that's the beginning, and this is where we are right now. Let's go take a look at the 45-minute chart. So the one thing I noticed is that since that massive rally began, even down here, it never broke the 200-day moving average on the 45-minute chart. See, it traded below the 50 for a little bit, but it never broke the 200-day moving average. Even here, where it looked like, okay, it might be over, it never even came down and touched the 200-day moving average. So nothing is financial advice or trading advice. I'm just giving you information for education purpose. But I personally wouldn't touch this. I think it's just like very interesting. If you're in it, you know when to exit if it breaks this 200-day moving average on the 45-minute chart. Look at the 45-minute chart, which will be more sensitive than the daily chart. So I thought that was interesting. With this insane 22x rally so far, it still has never traded below this 200-day moving average on the 45-minute chart. But when it breaks that, that's when you know, okay, this hype, this rally, whatever is going on with this stock, it's kind of over. So now we're going to take a look at the weekly chart and see how high can it potentially go. So let's get rid of this so it looks easier to see. Now let's get rid of the volume because the volume are just kind of distracting right now. So let's get rid of that. And let's see how high can it potentially go. So in the previous short squeeze, like previously, in like a few months, like say like from here, it rallied, so it rallied 330% in a few months, which is kind of understandable. But here, since it was trading so low, it rallied that's like an insane rally, like nothing like that we have ever seen. I don't think even in GameStop we've seen a rally this insane. Resistance like right here, and say another one right here. I doubt it will go all the way up to like $1,000, like back in 2021. If it keeps acting irrational, then anything is possible. But from here, if it doesn't break that 200-day moving average on the 45-minute chart and just keeps rallying week over week, and see another thing you notice. Every week, it's been printing a newer high and a lower low. So since July, look at this. A new high and a lower low, new high, lower low, new high, lower low, new high, lower low. So if it keeps doing that, you could see it easily climb all the way up to 272 for another 100% gain, or 413 for a 200% gain. But again, this is very risky. The one way you can mitigate your risks is that turn on the 45-minute chart and set an alert. And if it breaks the 200-day moving average on the 45-minute chart, that's when you know to get out. But this stock, I just thought it was very fascinating. It's getting a lot of buzz on Reddit. I wanted to do some research, and I found the idea of a silent short squeeze very fascinating. And it is very fascinating because it's not getting any media coverage whatsoever. And it's one of the most insane rally that we have seen in recent history. I don't think even AMC had a rally like this massive, like back in 2021. But this is pretty insane. I want to hear from you guys, especially if you are part of the subreddit. Like, what do you think is going on? I want more information on the stock. I find this very fascinating because it doesn't really make conventional sense. I think the short sellers are just getting wrecked right now, like left and right. They're expecting the stock to like come down, and I don't think the short sellers know what they're doing, and they're just gonna keep getting wrecked. So I asked Grog to give me some information on what's going on with the short ratio, short forward, and short sellers. And Grog is pretty consistent with all the other news articles I've been pulling up. It's kind of all over the place. The information I'm getting on Finviz is different from the information I'm getting on Intel.io. A lot of the articles I've seen said that there's barely enough stocks left to be borrowed for short sellers. And here you see over 16 million failed to delivers were reported in August 2025, suggesting short sellers are struggling to cover. And whenever the stock price rallies like this, it's like almost 100% of the time, it's not like people, retail, or big hedge funds are coming and buying. It's short sellers getting wrecked. Short sellers can't cover their position, so they have to buy it at a higher price to get out of that trade. That's what keeps driving the price higher and higher. So overall, this is very fascinating. Just wanted to make a quick video on it. I kind of give you, like, I do a lot of technical analysis on the channel, so I give you an idea. So let's re-summarize that one more time. Go to the 45-minute chart. And if it trades below the 50, stay cautious. But once it breaks this 200, whatever is going on right now, this game is over. But even the 200 just keeps climbing. So let's see how much the 200-day moving average has climbed. We're not taking a look at the price. We're just looking at the moving average. So even the 200-day moving average has gone up by 1,000% in like 3 months, which is insane. You don't understand how insane this is. So this is a stock to watch out for. I don't know how I might do some options play on this stock, because if it just keeps going up, some options play might be interesting. Some, like, not for too much money, maybe like $100 options play. If that's something you guys are interested in seeing, comment options. And if I get like, say, if I get like 50 comments saying options or do an options play, then I'll make a video doing a weekly options play and see how it goes. And that would be kind of like just for fun, like I'm not going to put too much money, but we'll see what kind of interesting options play we can make out of this stock. So if you want to see that video, just comment options, and do me one favor, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.